there's just too many of them anyway.
And that's the reason why we can never go back to that bar anymore.
No.
Hey everyone, welcome back to this podcast.
And we just raped multiple people, including each other.
For legal reasons, we didn't do that.
Yes, of course not.
Anyway, you're going to knock over these drinks and we haven't even started
I'm going to drink over these knocks. Is that strong enough?
No, you've diluted it way too much. Anyway, right. You've taken a coaster with you.
What a great start to the podcast.
Alright, so today, if you read the title, we're going to do a we're going to do a podcast talking about Rick and Morty, one of our favourite shows.
This is just ultimate virgin essence, right?
Well, no, but we love the show and we've wanted to talk about it for ages and we've spent hours talking about it off camera anyway.
And plus the last podcast we did was like
existentialism. I think we should lighten the mood a bit with this one.
Yes, with another show about existentialism. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. I thought what we do, considering like on my channel, like I'm always talking about how Doctor Who is the best show in the world. Sometimes. And also how I love Walking Dead and how Game of Thrones was good. But I never talk about Rick and Morty and how good of a show that is. So I thought we'd talk about it today on the podcast. And I thought we'd just get into it. I thought what we'd do is talk about each season chronologically. There are 5 seasons now. Spoilers! Because we're going to talk about everything and anything in Rick and Morty that we feel like talking about. So we're not going to hold back on any spoilers of the latest season or anything. So this is your warning to go away. Hello, you're right. Come back to the light, Joe. So, let's just start with season 1. Hello. What's your favourite episode in season 1?
Tuesday.
For fuck's sake! Are we really doing this?
Toast. Yeah. Favourite episode of season 1. Season 1. I don't know. I have quite a few. I felt season 1 was actually quite rich.
I think the fan favourite episode is the Meeseeks one.
I like Meeseeks and Destroy. I like the B plot in the episode.
Yeah, with Rick and Morty rather than Beth and Jerry fucking up with...
That's the episode where King Jellybean tries to rape Morty, isn't it?
Jesus Christ,
Trigger
it's so
warnings,
dark.
because that's 2021
It's a dark show with a lot of humour, but it's dark humour, so...
The reason I like that is because the B plot's actually kind of interesting, and then it takes a dark turn, and what I liked about
It's the first episode, sorry, real quick, it's the first episode where we see Rick show compassion to Morty.
That's what I was about to say. I like after that dark offshoot, Rick proves he knows what's going on, the implicit nature of Morty coming out of the bathroom crying, and then he sees King Jellybean beating the shit out of him. He's like... and then him going back when he's like, Rick Portal now, that's when the penny drops for Rick, and he's like, yeah, fuck you, and blows him up.
Yeah, that is great. That is brilliant. I think that's a good episode. I think another favourite... The thing is that a lot of the fan base now for Rick and Morty are super into the lore episodes and nothing else matters.
The Citadel runs on canon.
Yeah, exactly. Like everyone, all of the stereotypical Rick and Morty fans seem to love the Citadel episodes, and that's it.
I want my Szechuan sauce.
Yeah, the ones who were raving in McDonald's. Ugh, God damn it. So people might like the Close Rick Counters episode. Where they were
I did like the first
Oh, it's a great one. I love that one too, but I feel like the show shouldn't rely on canon episodes to be a banger episode.
But my God, they so delivered in season 5.
Oh God, yeah, the canon in season 5. Mwah! We waited and it... Yeah. So good. Yeah.
Fun fact, I first listened to For the Damaged Coda in 2017 before season 3 had even finished airing.
Damn, I play. Yeah. I think so. Which do you think that the pilot works? Because there was the pilot, and then there was also the lawnmower dog episode.
What I loved about
you don't like that coaster, do you?
No.
You're just
struggling. Put my drink down here,
okay,
so I can rest my ankle.
Right.
What I loved about the pilot. The reason I kept going back and watching it is because it's almost like the show knew what it was trying to get at before it even started, so it didn't take long to find its feet. But also there were some really funny moments, like the robots, Morty.
Yeah,
and
Jerry's dying. Call his wife and children.
It hurts. Call his wife and children.
It's metaphorical. He's a bureaucrat. I don't respect him.
Yeah, they're bureaucrats, Morty. I don't respect them.
Yeah, no, I love the pilot.
There is one thing about that episode that does break the law, though. interdimensional customs, yet in season 3 the Grumflamites are proven to not know how to travel interdimensionally, because that's why they were trying to get Rick's backstory.
I didn't even think about that, to be fair. That's a good point.
Interdimensional customs, but the Grumflamites, who are apparently the ones who run interdimensional customs in the first episode of the pilot, are the ones who in season 3 don't know how to travel interdimensionally, hence why they've got Rick hooked up to the brain analyzer in the first place.
Time travel.
Time can be rewritten. Time can be unwritten. Matt Smith. Yeah. Time can be unwritten. Reaping Angels episode.
Alright, sure. Okay.
Time can be rewritten. Time can be unwritten. Oh, I'm the Doctor and I didn't know.
Okay.
I travel through time in my box
all day. I'm from Gallifrey and I'm okay. I travel through time in my box all day. Anyway, it's a stupid in-joke.
I'm from and I'm not okay. I wish I wasn't here. I really want to die. Someone please kill me.
Alright, so...
right now.
So... I think the weakest episode in season 1 is the Gazorpazorp episode. Even though it's still funny.
1? Fuck, Raising Gazorpazorp. I thought it was season 2.
Yeah, Morty becomes a dad or whatever. Right?
What I liked about that episode was
I didn't
Morty
like
Jr. growing up so quickly. I liked that.
That was funny.
That was nice. I hope he eats enough.
And it's actually one of Dan Harmon's least favourite episodes.
Yeah, I think it was one of the weakest episodes. I also think...
And they even have a dig at it in the Story Train episode in season 4. They even dig at it like, imagine writing women characters like that.
Also, the part where... But I actually liked the female characters in that. What I didn't like was Morty Jr., the voice actor. Yeah. His voice didn't work for me. My whole life has been a lie. Like that guy. Yeah. I didn't like that. I don't know why.
Fair enough.
It's just something in my mind. But with the Amazonian, like the Amazon behind every great man twist, what I liked about it was that they were a massive piss take of the stereotypes of the female gender, and I liked about that.
I suppose if you look at it through that lens, I suppose it works. I don't think that's how they
intended it.
No.
Yeah,
but I suppose it's kind of not aged the worst. It isn't written the best, but it's not aged as poorly.
It's the way they're like. It's the way they're like. You're sentenced to the silent treatment.
Oh yeah,
there was so many girls at my school.
And it's like you're sentenced to death. It's like, how are you going to kill us with that boulder? No, we're going to shoot you into the sky. Yes, a boulder. Do you really think we're going to feel whatever?
That's so true.
We're not very creative or whatever. It's very stereotypical.
Like
yeah, it's a bit icky nowadays, and people get triggered by that.
I didn't see that as a female thing though. The whole.
No, I suppose.
I saw that as more of a sophistication thing. She's like, "Oh, you have it," and she's like, "Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him." Like that's I think that's quite a. I don't know. It's again more of a stereotype, more of like high female.
Like I say, it kind of can be viewed as like a piss take rather than a social commentary. I like my Rick and Morty with no social commentary because it gets very. It dates itself.
Plus trends don't last, so with social commentary, 1 minute what's acceptable here won't be acceptable next year.
No.
Or vice versa.
So I feel like I like it when the show is separate from all that. It's void of anything, any existing sort of like context from real life.
It should focus on the objective things that will always be relevant, like fucking.
Which is why it's such a well written show, and it will never age poorly. Like it's timeless. I think. But then, I'm trying to think. I like... Huh?
Nothing.
What?
I said that's a first.
Okay.
You said I'm trying to think, and I went, that's a first.
Oh, okay, well, that's really, I don't like that. So, I do like at the end of season 1, they have like a cliffhanger thing. Can you behave? Can you?
No.
Alright, so I like at the end of season 1, there's that cliffhanger, kind of, where they have to freeze time or whatever, and then it leads back to it in season 2, episode 1, which I love. I love episode 1 of season 2, but anyway, I think the finale.
I love the way that they're like, oh, we froze time for a pretty long time, so it's going to take a while to sync back up. Yeah, that was season 2 though. So
we'll talk about it in a sec, but
I love the way they transported the house to the other dimension. What I quite liked about the episode, which I've forgotten its name, was the party, was the fact that we got to see Rick just let his hair down and show us what he might have been like in his early days, because that was one of the first times we really got to know Rick on a personal level.
Because we first met Squanchy in that episode, and
Bird Person. He introduced 2 of the most interesting
I
characters.
hope we see more of Squanchy in future. He's so fucking funny. Anyway, But no, I like that one as well. I think that.
Collapsing
crystal in here. Well,
oh no, yeah. And then in season 5, I want to mention. Yeah, well, that's what some closets are for.
Oh, yeah. Squanchy's terrible stand-up phase or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, oh god, that was terrible or whatever.
And what I loved about that was it wasn't too lore heavy. It wasn't focusing too much. But anyway, we'll get to that later.
Because that's season 5. That's way in the future. But
what I liked about the Calaxian crystals was the twist. The Calaxian crystals.
Rick isn't exactly like a hero.
It was a case of
he wants to get high.
Because Morty was like, I want to get home, and we then assume when Rick says, "Oh, get me some Calaxian crystals," we assume Rick is then referring to what Morty has just said in the discourse in the context. Because we're given the context of Morty wanting to go home, we assume Rick is doing the right thing, saying, "Go get me some Calaxian crystals, and I'll take us home. Yeah. Take Abradov Linkler with you. It's the least he can do." Then suddenly, the three of them obviously have that fight, and when he gets back, he's like, "Well, at least he didn't die in vain."
Yeah, and then
it's this lame ass party. What will have a dub dub?
Play somebody play something.
Somebody play something.
That's so good.
That twist is the best thing about that episode.
Oh yeah, no, that was funny as fuck. I think what's good is that considering the episode we had before this one was like a big episode with hundreds of Ricks and everything. It's nice that this one is just like a laid back one. It's more of just here's Rick's backstory. Not backstory. Here's his other mates or whatever, and it's more about that. Because the episode before that was like, Rick's been framed for murder. What could happen?
Oh, and we got to meet Gearhead.
Oh yeah.
How much do you know about the Gear Boy? Like they introduced him and established him as a complete twat.
Yeah.
From the beginning,
and he
as a total
since.
Loser.
Yeah,
do you even know my name? It's Revolio Clackberg Jr.
Yeah, you call me Gearhead, you piece of shit.
That's like calling a Chinese person Asia face.
I don't remember that bit. That is funny.
We'll get onto that in season 2, though.
Oh, is that season 2? Okay.
Yeah.
I love that though. What other episodes are in season 1? I might actually get the episode.
Stop Asia face. It's true.
Oh, I love that. There's a bit at the start of the episode where Rick is like inviting all these aliens to the party, and someone's like, "You're inviting some glibglobs," and then Rick's like, "Glibglob is the worst swear word you can think of." What? It's like the C word. It's like the C word and the F word had a baby and N word. The N word and the C word had a baby, and it was named after all the other racist words for Jews or whatever.
No, it was it's like the C word and the N word had a baby, and it was raised by all the bad words for Jew.
That's it. Something like that. Yeah.
But and then later on he's like, "Hey,
and then he calls them
glibglobs!"
And he calls them glibglobs.
He's giving them high fives and everything.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Oh, that's great.
Alright, I'm just going to get the episodes up and see what else was in season 1.
But obviously that's a reference to how the N-word is so liberally used in sort of like, what do you call it, I guess, almost rap culture, in a way? It's used so...
It is.
Especially
between... It's like shock factor, I guess. So we had...
basically his G-word pass is what that was referring to.
Oh, we haven't spoken about Rick Potion 9.
Rick Potion number 9.
That was a big episode.
That was also the first episode where we see Morty's human reaction to something that Rick doesn't give a shit about, which is the fact that he's just basically killed his
divide between these two characters, because they're the main characters. You want them to connect, but then when you see this big divide, it's like, Rick doesn't have emotional attachments to these things after all, and Morty's like, what the like his whole world's been turned upside down.
Because he's like, hang on,
because of his fucking
My
hormones.
first Rick as well.
Yeah,
probably going through his head.
Yeah, it probably was.
And then later on, he delivers in that later on in the series by saying, "That's your brother out there." When he points out
Anatomy Park.
Summer's thing. Right, Anatomy Park.
No, but I want to do Rick Potion 9 because that's a banger.
I know it's not Rick Potion number 9 that this one's from, but this quote from later on in the series, he references Rick Potion number 9 when he's talking to Summer when she's planning to run away. He points out and he's like, "That is your brother."
That was season 3, episode 1.
So, yeah.
That was season 3, episode 1 after Rick's left and he's locked away and he's trying to escape. They're back at home and they're being fed pills by the...
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
because then Summer digs them up. Anyway, that's season 3.
Oh, no. That's the second time it's a reference. I'm on about later
season 1. Yes. No, that was season 2, I'm pretty sure.
Whenever it happens, when he says...
No, you're right, though. You're absolutely right.
The one you're thinking of is, if you want your grandpa... to be
then
your
she
hero,
grabs
then grab a shovel because he says if you want your grandpa
won't let you down, is it buried in the
That's
backyard?
it. Yeah, he's like if you want him to be your hero, grab a shovel because the one that won't let you down is buried outside. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But no, I love that moment. But no, stop touching me. So yeah, I love Anatomy Park. Mwah, so good. I love that one. That's the first episode where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna like this show because after I watched that, I'm like, Jesus, so funny.
We've got a toe over here.
You know what's funny? It's the B plot is just as funny as the A plot. It's because it's Jerry having a fucking Thanksgiving thing and his parents are here with like
parents
a
and have
third
like a polyamorous young guy in
and then Jerry can't deal with
polyamorous
it. And I love the bit where his mum is making out with, I've forgotten the guy's name who they come in with. But his mum is making out with him, and then his dad just creeps into the cupboard with the camera, like...
No, with his Superman costume, because he's like... Because when they reveal it to Jerry, he's like, oh, no. He's your mother's lover. I just usually watch. I like to watch.
Sometimes from the cupboard, in a Superman suit, or whatever he says.
Usually in a Superman
Usually dressed
costume.
as Superman.
That's it.
That's it. I fucking love that. I love the A plot though when they're in I love all the puns. Oddly enough, I love it when the show indulges in like cheesy puns, like to do with like body parts as they're going through because basically. For anybody who hasn't watched Rick and Morty, everyone's clicked off who hasn't. No one understands what we're talking about at this point. But they get shrunk down into a hobo guy and go inside a tiny park. That's it.
I can remember the hobo.
Oh my god, and he gets giant when he goes in space.
We've got feet on the East Coast, Brian, and they're big even in relation to the giant man's size, and you know what that means. Well, if the old adage is true, then we have no idea what's going on down in the Rocky Mountains. Massive dick shadow.
He's like, and then the poor ass lumberjack goes, ah! You just see his face. It's so funny.
I can remember the fucking Rocky Mountains bit, and I still can't remember the polyamorous guy. In their polyamorous relationship, the young guy, what's his name?
I don't know his name.
Can't remember his name. Look,
it doesn't say it on the episode thing, actually. Damn it, it doesn't say. It literally just says, Rick and Morty tried to save the life of a homeless man. Meanwhile, Jerry's parents visit and the family bonds.
Look up his name.
I can't be arsed. Anyway, because we don't want to linger too much on season 1, but I do want to mention how much I like M. Night Shyamalan's A Simulation. Inside a simulation. Inside another simulation. I love that. That was a good one because I love the plot with Jerry because he's like he's trying to have like
hungry for
apples.
apples.
I didn't mean that bit, but that's so funny. But there's a bit where
human music.
Oh yeah. Human music. So good. No, I love the bit where he's like doing an interview and they all say yes and then Rick rips it away and it's just like, this was the best day of my life. Well, it says something if your most successful day of your life was in a simulation on 0.0% like power, speed or whatever. Yeah. I love that. Jerry is one of my favourite characters. He is just so funny.
I also love the way at the end of the episode he has that argument with Rick and he's like, because you got taken for a ride too, and then bang, the whole space station blows up, and he's like, why don't you ask the smartest people in the universe? Oh yeah, they blew up. Yeah,
it was good.
Because he sort of proves Jerry wrong in the sense that just because Rick's an asshole doesn't mean he's stupid, and but also it goes back to that whole thing of no matter how right Rick is, he's still an asshole. No one wants to give him the satisfaction. Yeah.
There's another episode. I just want to quickly mention the last one, so we didn't mention. Something Rick This Way Comes is the episode where Summer gets a job with the devil in the charity shop place.
Is it Dylan? Is his name Dylan?
I don't know. What?
Just thinking of the guy's name again. It's not Dylan, is it?
I don't think so. In the Anatomy Park, you mean? No, I don't know. But no, the episode where Summer gets a job with the devil, that was really good. I love the bit at the end where Summer and
Needful,
that's it. Summer and Rick are basically all jacked up and they just start beating up lots of people. Needful. So they start with beating up the guy, like Mr. Needful, then they beat up the Nazi, then they beat up like a school bully, then they beat up a guy who pulls his dog on the leash.
That's it.
That was really funny.
The ex-con give it to you.
That's it.
I also think...
That was a good episode.
What was it? Shit.
Then,
there's another thing from that episode.
Right.
From the Anatomy Park episode.
Right.
When Ruben blows up. Yeah. Summer goes to the window and goes, "It's raining blood!" Someone edited it so that she goes up to the window and she goes, "It's raining blood!"
On a lacerated sky. That's really good. I like that. And then the last one, Rixty Minutes, which is the international cable episode. I like the B plot with Summer, Jerry, and Summer and Beth.
Goggles.
Yeah, because they're all like, what if we had got the abortion? It's like, you're talking about this in front of your daughter. Like, it's so dark, but it's like it shows their backstory a bit, and it's like.
But also then it shows what happens in a universe, specifically 500. What was it? C500A or something,
right, okay.
or something. And they're both watching it. So Jerry 1 minute it's the same universe where he's in Cloud Atlas, and he's doing cocaine with Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I'm doing cocaine with you too, Johnny Depp. That's one of my favourite lines of the whole show. It's just the way he delivers it as well. I love Jerry so much.
I love doing cocaine with you, Jerry Smith. But also on the TV. They're watching the high-speed chase where he's got heroin needles in him.
That's great.
And then Beth is watching the same universe with the goggles. And then he goes to her and he's like, Beth Sanchez, I've loved you ever since school. I hate Kristen Stewart. I wish we'd never had that abortion.
Alright, now season 2. This is my favourite season of the whole show. Every episode is a banger. I fucking love season 2.
So season 2, episode 1.
Wait, hold on, that's Wedding Squanches. Alright, episode 1. A Wrinkle in Time. My favourite bit is just where it's like, you haven't hoovered the dust off of Jerry yet.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, well they had to put like a bouncy thing.
Did we ever put a mattress under Mr. Benson?
Because he was like froze. Because basically at the end of season 1, they froze time and he froze in air. Meanwhile, Jerry, they froze in air. They froze time so long is that dust started to collect on top of everyone. Yeah. So have you done hoovering Jerry?
Mum and Dad.
Mum and Dad. That's it. And
you were supposed to hoover Mum and Dad.
Yeah, that was so good.
Sorry.
And then fucked around a bit and they put Jerry's shirt on backwards and then when they unfreeze time, Beth is like, Jerry, why's your shirt on backwards? I like it like that.
That's stupid.
Oh, fuck.
You dickhead.
Oh, no. I've spilt a drink. Oh, no. Are you tired of your house guest leaving skid marks in the toilet?
Well, my wife just left me and I was about to hang myself, so no, it didn't really cross my mind.
Are you tired of your will-to-lives leaving you every fleeting day?
I'm kind of used to it now, to be honest.
Oh, well, I have just the thing for you. Harpic Power Plus, now with extra citrus, 10 times better than bleach. Citrus. Perfect! Well, you're not meant to drink... Oh, well. Another happy customer.
Harpic Power Plus. Please don't actually drink this stuff. We're professional idiots, meaning we do stuff like this so you don't have to.
Actually, since you paused it, can I go for a pee?
I've just started recording.
Sorry.
My god. I'm
Bye!
Sorry, guys. I'll be right back. Oh, god damn it.
I'm gonna go for a tinkle.
Would you like to join me? Welcome back from that commercial break. Ow. What do you do? What did you just throw at me? Alright. And we're back. No. Stop it. Behave. So, season 2 of Rick and Morty. You put that on the floor deliberately so it wouldn't get spilled, and look what I fucking did. Anyway, so, season 2. What's your favourite episode of season 2? Do you mind? We have a podcast to do, sir. Where did you find that?
That's mine. It fell out my pocket.
Anyway. It's fucking dick! Okay, what's your favourite episode of season 2?
Toast.
For God's sake.
I like the one. I'm trying to think because I can't remember what episodes
there are so many good ones. Lots of the best ones, if you ask me. My personal favourite is Total Rickle, the episode with the parasites locked in the house.
I like that one.
That one's a fucking banger. Get Swifty.
I like Get Swifty.
Fucking brilliant. Rick's Must Be Crazy, which is the car battery episode.
I like that.
That one's a fucking banger as well. Big Trouble Little Sanchez. Tiny Rick.
Tiny Rick. I wasn't a big fan of Tiny Rick.
Really? What about Interdimensional Cable 2, where Jerry has to have his balls transplanted or something like that? Look Who's Purging Now. Wedding Squanches.
Favourite. Those two are my favourites.
Wedding Squanches.
I like Look Who's Purging Now
Morty Night Run.
Because of one reason.
Well, right.
Everything up to, and then my realisation after, Purging All 3. The bar says Persian or free, meaning Morty really does have repressed rage. Spoke like a person with repressed rage.
Yeah, that's a good. No, it's good character development or something. But no, season 2 has just banger episodes all the way through. Rickle in Time is a great one because it sets the stage. It comes off of season 1, so it carries on from there with.
And also features
freezing
Peel.
time. Oh yeah,
they play the testicle monsters.
They do.
Hey,
I think they're actually called that as well.
Key and Peele, those are their real names.
I know, but no, I mean testicle monsters. I think that's actually what they're called in the episode. Anyway,
They have
Morty
names.
calls them that.
Shlimmy Pants, that's his name.
Oh yeah, and then he called his gun the name or something. He goes, what call him? He calls him Bob or whatever when they hit the gun.
No, Carl, I think.
Oh, okay.
Or
Something
Kevin.
like that. I think it might have been Kevin, actually.
I think
But no.
it's Carl.
Wrinkle in Time, fucking brilliant episode because it like has the divide in the screen. And apparently that was the hardest episode to animate because they had to animate all those different things.
Multiple
Differently.
times as well.
Yeah, so that makes sense. Brilliant episode, that one. Morty Night Run, which is the Fart Cloud episode. Where more... And it's the episode where also...
I like this name. Fart.
I know. But then they also go to Blitz and Jerry Daycare! Jerry Daycare!
Blitz and Chits!
Jerry Daycare!
Yeah.
Jerry Daycare. I love it. It's like, I'm leaving. Okay,
Dear,
dear, that
that
was
was
always
always
allowed. I love that one. I love Morty Night Run.
What I love about that episode as well is...
Morty develops in that episode as well.
Does he? Yeah, he does.
Yeah, because he's like, oh shit, I can't just
We're out
go against
of my
Rick's will.
Persian.
Jesus. Alright.
And also Gearhead, we've got to that point now. In Morty Night Run,
Right.
where Gearhead's like calling me Gearhead is like calling a Chinese person Asia face, and then he rips his balls off and sticks them in his mouth.
Oh yeah, he does. Oh my god.
Just that. All the cops come in, the gear cops come in and see that his thing. And then
great.
Morty mentions betraying, and he's like, "Yeah, tell that to Gearhead's Gearsticles." I love that.
Great.
That was one of my
so much.
favorite.
That is
fucking.
I love Morty Night Run. I feel like it has a lot of good moments in it. Autoerotic Assimilation is the Unity episode.
Oh, that's sad.
I like that one though. I think it's really, really good for Rick. I really like that one.
That's where they used "Do You Feel It" at the end as well.
Right. Oh yeah. That was a good one. Yeah, and I'm trying to think now. Yeah, and I think Summer and Morty are a bit underused in that one. They don't really have much to do, considering like it's all about learning about Rick and he does all this stuff on his own sometimes.
And the fact that he dated Unity and the reason why she can't be.
I love how that sort of theme comes back when we later realise that he fucked the fucking planet
she's like,
in season 4.
Isn't it obvious? I fucked a planet.
Yeah.
But also the way he's like, the way that Unity says, in many ways you're better at what I do than I am. Because she always becomes like Rick when she's with him, but she's not like that.
No, exactly. The first 3 episodes are ironic, even though I love all 3 of them, they're the weakest of the season for me.
Go on.
I feel like every episode afterwards are a banger. I've mentioned them all. Total Rickle, then Get Swifty, then Rick's Must Be Crazy, which is the car battery episode, then Tiny Rick episode, then Interdimensional Cable 2, then the Purge episode, and then the Wedding episode.
I think the Purge
all
episode.
bangers. They're all bangers. I love season 2. There is no weak episode in the
If
whole
we're not
thing.
talking about the finale, I think it's the Purge episode for me because it's a very
No,
different
I love it
concept.
too. It's probably one of my favourites of the season.
And also the way that Arthuricia betrays them as well.
Yeah. You did Dick do the talking, and now I'm killed, Morty. I've been purged, or whatever he goes.
I'm dead, Morty. I've been purged. The hardest working living in the galaxy, Morty.
Yeah.
But also the way that Summer hops to the rescue and Jerry's unemployed looking for
yeah, and he's just loitering around her the whole episode.
But I love the dialogue where she's saying
you're holding me verbally hostage,
and then he walks away and she's like, "Dad, going into the kitchen? Fuck you."
He's like, "Yeah, see how it feels, bitch," she goes, or whatever. I love her. Jerry is so funny in season 2 because everyone's just telling him to get a job and he just is a loser the whole time. He's just the funniest character.
We've got to talk about season 4. We need to hurry this up.
Yeah. No, we're not even halfway through the podcast yet, so we'll be fine.
Okay.
So I love the Tiny Rick episode. I know. I love that it comes back later and it's set canon now. The Phoenix episode or whatever. It's the Operation Phoenix. That's it. Because it comes back later, so it isn't just a one-time thing. The Get Swifty episode is a bit like the Pickle Rick episode, where it's like the fan base kind of holds it on this pedestal and it gets a bit annoying. The Show Me What You Got episode.
Show me what you got.
In a similar way that Pickle Rick is like that.
But again, I think it's because it was unique. No shows.
No. I know that, and I still respect that episode. I feel like it's got like a stain on it for me personally because the fandom is kind of toxic in that way, and it kind of ruined it with the whole.
Yeah.
But I still love the episode. I think every episode is brilliant. I love that Ice-T is there as well. You made me care more. That was so. I love the President. I'm glad that he's in season 5 a lot more because he's a fucking brilliant character.
And he's also played by the guy who plays Bolo in Final Space.
Yeah, with another series from AMC from Total Swim that we love. Also,
actually, funnily enough, it was originally developed by Netflix and bought by Adult Swim. Yeah.
Jeez, well, that's good. I like that.
Wide one
Total Recall, my favourite episode of the whole show, probably. I love that one, mostly because I love the concept of a anthology episode, because it gives you a lot of different stories all in one, and that's what I love about it. That's why I love the interdimensional cable episodes.
Didn't they confirm it's technically not an anthology, because we saw the rocks there was
yes, no, I mean like it's a bunch of mini stories and a big story.
Because in the fart episode, there's some little pink things on the rocks that Rick was bringing.
No, I know that the memories that we're seeing in the story are false, but there's still lots of mini stories and a big story, and that's like the formula of an anthology episodes used to its best, in my opinion. Plus, it just creates so many wacky characters that's everything this show has always been.
They're not false memories. They're implanted in real memories, but only good ones.
Oh yeah, I know.
Which means they actually got
did those
kidnapped by a
things,
Nazi, but there was no butler.
Yeah, I think so.
I think.
Yeah, maybe. But regardless, it's a banging episode. It's probably my favourite. I just love it because at the end it's like there's that twist because Mr. Poopy Butthole was introduced in that one, and at the end it's like Beth thinks that we didn't get them all, and then shoots Mr. Poopy Butthole, and he's real, and he's actually like, oh God, Beth, why?
And the proof of that is
and then
that
Jerry
he's
goes
in the intro.
yeah, and Jerry goes like, police. My wife called a shot a long-time family friend. So good. I love that. That's just so funny.
That's a great way to subvert expectation because we all thought
brilliant
that
episode.
We
were just waiting out the clock. Be like, yeah, he's going to be a parasite. He's going to be the last.
But we
one.
knew that because he was never in the series before, and
no,
we had every reason to believe that he was one of the parasites because at the beginning of the episode he's the first zany character.
Yeah.
Like look out for any wacky zany characters.
Besides,
okay, Rick.
Yeah.
And then, but what's funny is that he's in the intro.
Yeah.
That was the giveaway.
That was he's got to be a parasite, but he turns out not to be brilliant.
But at the same time, that is the proof that he wasn't a parasite because he was the only one of the parasites in the intro. In the intro.
True.
Wouldn't they have all been there?
But I feel like they were just teasing us like, oh, look at this guy. He's suddenly in the show. It would be a shame if he was a parasite, and then when he's not, it just makes it so funny.
The question is though, where the fuck did he come from?
Don't know. Maybe he is a parasite, but a different type of parasite. Who knows? Also, Rick's Must Be Crazy, the car battery episode, another banger. I always watch this one. Obviously, I love that they're in a parallel timeline where giant like spiders exist, and that also comes to fruition where Summer. I love Summer's plot in the car. It's like keep Summer safe, and I love that they bring the voice actress back later, the car voice.
Do you know what's funny? She's also the person who voices
Diane. Yeah, I know you were going to say that. I was going to go for the Evil Morty theme, but you did Doctor Who.
It wasn't nasal enough.
Okay.
You did like the
like
Doctor Who. What I love about that B plot as well is that my favourite line. What did it do anyway? Vaporize a guy, paralyze his body? Not a bad trade for a spider piece.
That's such a good line. I love that. I wish that we had the president that we had in Get Swifty for that though. That would have been even funnier if he delivered the line. But all the same, brilliant.
Trade for a spider piece.
Anyway,
that's how it would have sounded.
Why don't you like the Tiny Rick episode that much?
Boring.
Oh,
I found it boring. I
strongly disagree.
I found it boring because it's alright. Rick goes into a younger body and all that stuff. What, to kill a vampire that we never see? Fair enough. And then I do like it, but I think it's weaker than a lot of the other episodes because whilst it's really strong in the way that it delves into Rick's psychology and the fact that young kids always shift shit to the back of their head.
Yeah.
What I didn't like, and also the introduction of Operation Phoenix. What I didn't like about it is that it just felt like it dragged out, and the whole thing, the dynamics between him, Summer, and Morty was the focus of the episode, and I just feel like personally
really
it wasn't entertaining for me.
I really love it, but anyway, also the B plot of that is brilliant as well because it's Beth and Jerry having couples therapy on the alien planet.
I like that B plot.
Fucking brilliant. Yeah, I love that.
They're codependent.
Because when they're being attacked and everyone else is dead, Jerry sees this hole in the wall. He's like, "Look, Beth, there is a hole in the wall. Maybe if you find another one, you can hide in that one, and we'll be safe." And then Beth is like, "Look, Jerry, I don't want to cramp your style. I'm gonna go save my life or whatever."
It's like it's a small hinged panel.
Yeah.
But what I loved about that also is the ending when he's like, when all the buff Jerrys are spawning because he's coming to help them. And
so
then he goes, or if my name isn't Jerry Smith, and then
Hi, I'm Jerry Smith. Hi, I'm Jerry Smith.
Fair enough. But also the ending when he's like, well, I thought that your ideal version of me would be a version smart enough to know that his ideal version of you is, well,
God. Yeah, there you go.
Goddess.
There you go. Also, real quick for the car battery episode, one last bit. I like that Rick goes into the car battery world, and the scientist in that car battery world has made a world, and then they've done it as well. And
how can I respect somebody whose entire universe powers my brake lights? But good. We need to stay on one episode at a time.
I know.
Let's carry on.
I mean, we don't want to linger on one episode because otherwise we'll get stuck on it, and then we won't get to the rest of the show.
It's just I feel like this is quite unwatchable because we are darting.
I know. I think let's try to structure it. So we've got to. Okay, we've done the Tiny Rick episode, so let's just go through the final 3 of the season. So Interdimensional Cable 2. Fucking brilliant! I love this one. I love the bit where
that's a glip glop, which is the N-word apparently.
Oh yeah!
But I guess it's different aliens, and obviously you can only make so many sounds with your mouth, I guess.
Yeah. So I love the fact where they're in the waiting room after Jerry's gone in there, and it's like, what? And he's breaking the TV, and she's like, and the nurse is going, what are you doing? A sequel. It's like, huh? What do you mean? Yeah, I know. We pretty much nailed it the first time, and oh yeah.
When they've got the intro, I know it's a different song.
I know. Yeah, it's brilliant. Though. I know what you mean. Brilliant episode.
So, what was your favourite one of the Interdimensional Cable?
Oh, the second one. Just because I love the Jerry subplot.
No, of the bits.
The bits. I love tiny doors. Yeah. Tiny doors.
Real fake doors.
Oh, real fake doors. That's what it is. Yeah, real fake doors. I'm Antimize Johnson, and I also don't feel anything, but that goes by the wayside because it's not as catchy as Antimize Johnson. I'm on fire. I can't tell if I'm on fire or not, but oh God, someone help me. That was great. I love it. But no.
Also, I like the one Steely as well.
Oh yeah, let's see what we stole from this office. Okay, we got.
I'm in my safe house where no one stole things.
I always wondered how plumbuses were made. That's in that episode as well. That was
the introduction of the plumbus, which was completely ad-libbed. Mm-hmm. And then
it became a regular old plumbus. Sorry.
Yeah. Then a Shlami shows up and
spits on it.
He rubs and spits on it.
Yeah, there you go. Also, I just love the fact
and Grumbo.
I
shaped away.
I love the Doctor when he's dealing with Jerry. It's like he's like, this is an alien towel, and I know that you think that it's an alien towel to you, but it actually is an alien towel to me. I bought this on another planet. Also, here's the alien internet. He goes as well. So good. Here's some porn. There's some weird alien stuff going on.
Porn.
Here's some porn. It's so good.
Would you like to use your penis one last time?
Yeah, and then it's just like, this guy's trying to getting away his penis. Some random guy in the ground. I always laugh at that. So funny.
It's always like, what's his name? Tribbley Pibbles.
That's it. That's Tribbley Pibbles.
He's like, Tribbley Pibbles, what a guy, huh? And they're on it. Yeah, he's like, and also his struggles with heroin dependency.
You do know most of his planet is engulfed. Yeah, is heroin. He has to breathe with it or something. They say.
Yeah, he's like,
this guy's trying to get out and giving away his penis. I love the way he says it as well.
And suddenly there's an ex machina where it turns out they were able to make a better heart.
Yeah. And then at the end, Jerry's like, I'm a good person. He gets a shot like 100 times, and then
take my penis. And then he wakes up.
It's not gonna work. Well, you'll make it work.
Yeah. And then he wakes up and he's like, was it all a dream? No, Jerry, you got shot like 52 times.
And then
50 times. He's like 52 times. And she's like, yeah, this is an alien hospital.
This is the equivalent of getting a splinter removed or whatever she says. So good. I love that episode so much. Also, Purge episode. I don't want to linger on that one too much. We've already spoken about it.
Look who's purging now.
My favourite bit is the bit in the lighthouse.
Now.
I love the bit in the lighthouse where Morty has to sit through that.
You want me to come to 3 weeks
earlier? Let me say it! That's my favourite bit! I love it. He's like, the end, question mark. And then he's like, no, you need to leave. Your grandson's a horrible person.
Yeah, because he goes, do you have any notes? And he's like, no, I liked it. Please write more. Come on, don't sugarcoat it. I want to know the truth. Well, I'm not personally a fan of the whole 3 weeks earlier tease. If we just sort of started our stories where they began instead of where they get interesting, get out.
How'd you like that? You want me to get it 3 weeks earlier when you were alive? I love
that's when Morty,
so much.
Because he's like, you're a shitty person and that's a good script and you're insecure. And then he goes upstairs to Rick and he's like, I want you to take this beacon down and get out of my house.
So
no! It's not my fault that you hate your own writing. And then he shoves it down the stairs. You like that? You want me to go to 3 weeks earlier when you were alive?
Anyway,
Jesus.
I want to move on from that one because we've already spoken about it.
Hang on. But the bit where obviously he gets shot and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then but my favourite bit is where he throws the thing and vaporizes it and he's like, right guys, there's more where that... No, what, guys, I've got more where that came from. Morty, go get their shit. I only have one of those things I had. I'm holding a box of Tic Tacs right now.
That's a good bit. But I also love the bit right when Morty gives him a spoon. A spoon, Morty? A fucking spoon? There were so many bits of utensils on the table.
He said, there's a pile of silverware here and you gave me the one thing that could never kill anybody.
I love that. Alright, now, wedding squanches unless you're done with the Purge episode.
I'm done, because after that it does sort of go down when Arthrisha gets in the mech suit. I wasn't a fan of that. Like,
that's
killing
why
all the
it's not my
assholes.
favourite. I love it, but you're right.
It sort of went downhill.
It kind of rushed at the end.
Where she's like, suck my dick. I like that bit, but
yeah,
I feel like why would Rick help her out? I guess just because he's a bit of a what's the word
He's
I'm
just a
looking
bit
for?
bloodthirsty.
Not a nihilist.
Oh no, but he's like, I'm just here, but you're a citizen here who doesn't like how you do things. So.
Yeah, he likes having a good time and killing a bunch of dickheads when it's morally justified. It's a good time for him, and I can't remember what the fucking phrase is. It's not nihilist.
But no, I do like I love when the show does try to give yourself some social commentary like that more subtly, where it's like, oppression and corrupt
hedonistic
and corrupt.
He's hedonistic, whatever.
And he does like in corrupt societies and all that. I like that the show tackles that, but doesn't shove it in your face like in the Gazorpazov episode.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
So Squanches, wedding
Squanches. Oh my god,
brilliant! This is the episode that broke the internet, isn't it? Really? Yeah. Bird Person died, even though he kind of didn't in the end. Spoiler. That that was the hashtag that was trending for ages, wasn't it? Trending for like a week, wouldn't it? I mean, Jesus.
Over a year.
No, I mean like it was like the top hashtag on Twitter. So brilliant episode. I loved it all the way through. I think the thing is I love Tiny Earth bit. I think we have to shift gears though, because we always just talk about the funny moments, but the biggest thing is the fact that like
everything's on a carb.
Oh yeah.
Carb planets off the table and then they land on tiny
it's like, why? It's like you don't want to know. Whatever. The show never references it again.
Nothing's on a carb. Hey guys, look, the sun is rising. And the sun's screaming. How long are the days on this planet?
Nothing's on a carb.
47 hours.
Nothing's on a carb. I didn't know that was part of the criteria.
Yeah.
It was good.
So then they land on Tiny Planet, don't they? And then Rick. But the best part about the episode is the fact that Rick gives himself up. Mm-hmm. Because even though he doesn't care, he cares because he's got so nihilistic by this point that he just, and I mean that he is nihilistic at this point.
I'm going to put a bullet point in what you said there because I have something to say about that in season 3
for the family.
Yeah, I want to put a bookmark in there because season 3 they kind of undo that, which is kind of a shame. But I'll get to that in a sec.
When he says
I'll get to that in a sec.
Okay,
I'll get to that in a sec. It's fine.
Well, I was going to refute that because I think that's just an excuse he used. I think Rick just uses that as an excuse.
No, but it wasn't an excuse that he said. It was something that Morty said. So.
Okay.
Anyway,
but I think the reason he does it is also because when he's in the Plim Plom Tavern, he's looking at the picture of him and his friends. It's because he's broken. Yeah. He's got nothing left to lose.
No, so he's like, why not?
So he's like, fucking save the family and see what the Grandflamites want.
Yeah, and I love the twist that what's her face?
Tammy's just a bad person. Sorry.
Oh,
Tammy, yeah.
Tammy. She turns bad. I do like
Tamika.
She died how she lived, over serialized. That's later anyway. But I love that she turns evil and all that. I love that her parents are robots as well. That was a really funny twist as well. Though. I don't know.
Good thing I grabbed a space weapon.
That's a confetti gun, you idiot. That's so fucking good.
Alright, next one. Episode 1 of season 3, the Rick Shank Rick-demption.
Okay, are we done with wedding squanches already?
I am, but go on.
Okay, I don't know. I just love the whole episode. I think it's a good lore episode.
Squanchy as well. You want a taste of my squanch?
No time to squanch. Get your family out of here. Anyway, no. I
think that's the other reason why he gave up.
I want Squanchy. I want Squanchy to come back. I want in season 6 for them to have an episode where they save Squanchy from wherever he's locked up in. because we haven't seen him since in current day canon.
I think they just assume he's dead.
I know, but I want there to be a bit where it's like, wait, he's alive or whatever, and they try to save him. I just want a squanchy episode.
But anyway, Rick Shank Redemption.
So what I was going to say is that they say afterwards, the only reason he went on, he got himself captured is so that he could take down the galactic government.
That's what I'm saying. I think that was bullshit.
Okay.
I think that was bullshit.
But that wasn't something that he said though.
It was because it was what he said when he's in the bug's body. He goes, I'm probably just a dumbass bug, but I think Rick knew he was going to be interrogated here, where we keep him not only our most
Why would that
not
be
only our
false?
most important, but our most sensitive data. And anyone with level 9 access could, in theory, collapse the government. I think that's a plan he made up on the fly.
I suppose.
I think when he found out he was going to that facility, he was like, oh, fuck, this is a great opportunity.
Right. Okay.
I don't think he had that in mind when he gave himself up. I think he did that in a moment because of emotion, just like he nearly killed himself previously in the season after Unity. He had been coming down, he'd been snowballing emotionally since Unity. Okay. He nearly killed himself in that episode, and by the time that his friends were dead, he thought, right, fuck it, what can I do now rather than kill myself? I know, give myself up.
Okay. Well, regardless, I think Rick Shank Redemption does do something wrong, and it turns Rick into the smartest man in the universe. Yeah, in my opinion, that is where the show kind of lost its charm, where it's like he's just a creepy old guy that knows a lot of tech.
I think they paid it off quite well in season 5.
Oh no, I do agree. They did save it, but I feel like at the time they didn't have a plan to do that in season 5. Yeah. I feel like they did misstep where it's like, Rick is the main character, which means he has to be the smartest man in the universe. I feel like too many shows do that, where it's like the main character has to be the most important character. Like Doctor Who. Yeah. I just don't like that much, and so that's why I'll always fault it like that. And season 3 has that flaw, and partially season 4 as well, where it's like Rick is the most famous person. Everyone knows who Rick Sanchez is, and it's like, I don't like that. I like it when he has his own little world with Rick and Morty and his little social circle, and that's that.
I agree.
He's known by his enemies, and notoriously by his enemies, but I don't like the fact that the whole universe knows that he's the smartest man. I just don't like that personally.
Maybe.
But I do like how they fixed it in season 5.
I was going to say, because A, they turned it into a piss take, and B, they did something that explained why that's the case.
I know, I'm just saying that I don't think they had the plan. I think they made the mistake. Okay, let's fix
carry on.
They did it well enough.
So, next episode is Rick Maxing.
We haven't done any of the best moments.
We're barely even half through.
I know, but it's fine because I love how Jerry is like crawling away as everyone's leaving.
I just kept crawling and just kept working. But also the way that clothes become currency.
Oh yeah.
Give me your jacket.
He who controls the pants controls the galaxy. I love the standoff between Rick and the council where Morty shoots Rick and it's like, God damn it, Morty, you idiot! You just killed your own Rick and now you've lost your only leverage.
That was amazing, Morty. Oh my God. Okay, let's wrap this up, and then it's all Rick.
Fake gun, shoot me in standoff. Well, and then Morty's like, good thing I saw that. No, good thing I saw that. No.
So that's why I gave him the gun, and the gun, the note is on there from the whole beginning of the episode. If you watch it, isn't that Quantum Rick?
Maybe.
He's like the head of the council.
Oh yeah, probably then. Because we see
they
him
all
in the
have
flashback
names
in season 5, don't we? We see him in the flashback briefly.
Yeah. I'm just saying they all the members of the Council of Ricks have names. In season 5, it's quite well explained. Because Summer actually says you're all jealous of him. That's quite obvious from all the haircuts. So obviously they know that our Rick is the Rickest Rick. Yeah, I like the fact that
that's a good thing how later he founds the council. We reveal that. Yeah. Because that's why they're jealous of him, because it's he's the one who started it.
I like the idea of him being the Rickest Rick, but I don't like the idea of him being the smartest man in the universe.
I do agree with the Rickest Rick thing.
But I think that's why they did what they did in season 5. Yeah. To literally stop that being the case.
Yeah. I like that too.
And also paid off Evil Morty.
Also, what I will say is we get the little clue about Diane's death at the start of the episode as well.
Yeah, because he says you can't alter details of memory.
I think he leads us to believe. He leads us to believe that it's a false memory, and obviously that later is revoked. And like you say, you can't really falsify a full memory. You have to base it on some truth, otherwise you can't imagine it in your head. Which is why the brainalyzer does that. Shows a partially true memory, but fakes the code bit on the floor.
Because in the actual memory we see in season 5, he was taken into an ambulance and then went to his own apartment.
And then he went after the Ricks probably weeks later or something.
Whereas in the episode, I think from the moment after Diane dies and Rick falls to his knees watching it again, from then on is fabricated.
There you go. But no, I like that, and it's based on some truth. Yeah. Also, this is the birth of the Szechuan sauce trend of the show. I don't hate the idea, I just hate how the fandom took it. Anyway, so Rick Mancing the Stone. This is an episode that until a few weeks ago...
You hated.
No, I never hated it. I just always overlooked it as one of the weaker ones of season 3.
I think that's my favourite.
Because we were off on a trip and we were in the hotel and you showed me, let's watch some Rick and Morty. So we watched some good season 5 episodes and then we watched this one and you're like, come on, give it a go. I know you don't really usually watch this one, but I'm like, alright, let's watch it. And
my body is chrome, my blood is gasoline.
No, that's just normal blood. It's so fucking good.
It's a Mad Max piss take and I love Mad Max and I love sort of post-apocalyptic stuff. But
so funny.
Also,
my blood is chrome. Sorry,
my body is chrome. My blood is gasoline. Nope, regular
normal blood.
Regular
so fucking good. La-di-da-di fucking da.
Yeah, where he has the creature comforts argument with Summer. But let's get on to that. So they meet Hemorrhage and the gang.
I love Armathy as well. With
Armathy.
Because it's great development for Morty as well.
But also the fact that Jerry and Summer, which you didn't mention in the last episode, have just had the divorce.
Oh shit! Yeah, there's lots of stuff in Rick Shank Redemption that kind of sets up the rest of the season.
And it shows how Morty and Summer both deal with it. Whether it's a giant arm or whatever. What was it? Whether it's a giant arm or your parents splitting up. You gotta let it go. I don't think that refers to the thoughts of murder victims, Morty. So anyway.
Oh, and then when he's trying to strangle the person
in
the bar,
Rick
is there
to that.
Because don't let me disturb you.
Yeah, so Rick basically vows once he's got Isotope 352 that he'll leave because Morty and Summer being douchebags about staying. Obviously, when he's found out to be stealing it, Hemorrhage and the gang chase him. And I love how Morty and Summer... I am Hemorrhage. You have removed weak blood from us and made us stronger. We can combine and feast on the weak together. Basically, they're pussies. They're basically pussies. I love that, but it's the way Summer and Morty then take it as a, can we just get a thing where you spend weekends here and come home to do laundry? Just like an actual breakup of the parents and divorce. But what also I liked about it is that, best line, Deathstalkers, bring me his flesh leather!
That was a really good line.
Oh, I love Hemorrhage.
I love the blood is chrome bit the most.
My body is chrome, yeah.
That's it.
I also love the bit where Hemorrhage...
The gasoline.
Yeah, where Summer takes off Hemorrhage's bucket whilst Rick...
Oh yeah, he's got moustache!
Yeah, Rick goes home with Isotope 322, leaving Morty and Summer behind.
Oh yeah, the robots, that's a great... I love that.
And
I'm alive, I tell you, I want to jump in a stream. I'm alive!
Hello. And then
it's really good.
Dial it back 13%. Quote mode. Staying together for the kids. Quote mode. Staying together when you and Dad were quote mode. Staying together for the kids and quote mode.
Quote mode. That's some you.
Yeah, try dialing it back 22%. But anyway, Hemorrhage takes his bucket off, and she's like, we got the phrase hat on a hat. Because he's got the moustache, which is a facial accessory. Really but when they're making out and Hemorrhage's leg goes up like normally does. And then one of the interns comes in going, hey, I want to do a coffee run.
Never mind. It's so good. Actually, we erupted with laughter when we saw that.
Because he's dressed in half a gimp suit as well. Hey, I'm doing a coffee run. Never mind. He comes back and shows them how to use the electricity.
Oh, yeah. This can light up lots of stuff that's very powerful.
Wait, can you stay and teach us more? Hemorrhage, being reasonable. Yeah. And he's like, do you know what? Yeah, I will.
my daughter is dealing with a breakup and I'm not dealing with it very well.
So then he shows them how, and then we notice you've been putting scrap metal in the blue bin.
So those two, right? Oh, such a piece of work they both are.
And then we see Summer and Hemorrhage arguing, and then Rick basically proves the point. And him and Morty are about to go, and the Summer comes in. She's like, me and Hemorrhage are taking some time apart. Just like her parents, meaning she can now empathise with them. Oh no, Sum.
That's really good.
And he's like, she's like, yeah, I get the point. And they go home. But then she goes and visits her dad and gives her...
The best bit of the episode is right.
Let me say it. I let you say the last thing from Rick and Redemption.
That's what they are.
Shut up. It's like, she brings in the skull. She's like, this is the skull of the first mutant I killed in the dead zone. In the poison zone, or whatever she says. And I know I shouldn't believe in trinkets or housewarming gifts, but here's this, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, thank you, but who cares, right? And then she's like, so a lot of hookers outside. Oh, that's what they are.
Is that what they are?
Jerry's too dumb to know that they're hookers.
Fucking funny.
You can see him
anyway,
in the background.
Pickle Rick. Let's try to fly through these next ones. Pickle Rick. I love that in season 5 they reference Pickle Rick as being like a banger episode and being like the second you're gone,
go start another Pickle Rick.
The possibilities of a Pickle Rick start skyrocketing.
That's
or whatever he says.
But what I like about it is that it was
the
a
therapy
cool
stuff
idea.
is really good character work for the Summer and Beth
and it's a nice little.
If you ask me. It's a well-written episode. I feel like it's notorious for being
the thing. Yeah, the therapy
fan base breaking thing.
Yeah, the therapy thing is a nice little. I've forgotten what. There's an actual industry term for it in TV and film, but basically it's a way of. It's like exposition. It's there for exposition where they can talk about the family's issues and create more complexity for the characters.
Yeah.
In the context of the show.
Yes.
So it's like it is literally just an exposition machine.
There isn't really much to say about Rick's plot besides Jaguar being there and that being quite funny.
I think Jaguar is one of my favourite characters.
Farewell, Selenia. I wish he would come back.
When he goes down, fucking fights the rats, and then comes up in someone's toilet, he's like, who the fuck's toilet is this?
Yeah, that was a great line.
International guys, it's an embassy or something.
Selenia, he's coming. I only
Shut the fuck up.
I only ate half my sandwich. He goes. That was really good.
When he's like, so the guy who runs the place is like, who the fuck is that? And then the guy is like, he's shaming us. And he's putting
putting recycling in the regular trash.
No, he's taking it out the regular trash and putting it in the recycling. And he's like, it's Solenia.
Yeah.
It's because I only ate half of my sandwich.
So funny.
He's like, shut up and call me a helicopter, you prick. But basically, the guys go and try and fight him, and he murders them all. And he's like, this pickle doesn't care about your children, and then blows up.
He doesn't care about your children. I'm not going to take their dreams. I'm going to take their parents. He says.
That blows them up.
Yeah, Jesus
fucking hell. And then he's
so
like,
dark.
he's a monster. He's not the only one. And then he releases Jaguar.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you can remain dead to the world, or you can kill a pickle for me.
I love the fact that it's like an
That's
old.
so serious,
I love the
like,
like,
the
who's Selenia? What has this got to do with me? It's an old wives' tale. Used to sketch. I just love that.
Some of my men are calling you Solenia, the pickle man.
An old wives'.
He crawls out of the bowls of cold soup of wasteful children and takes their dreams.
Yeah, there you go.
That's it. And then he says the dreams and children.
There you go.
But it's the way that him and Jaguar make friends while they're fighting. I liked a lot. He's like, Pickle Man, you should know this isn't personal. That'll be your downfall.
And you should know that isn't original.
Yeah, and he's like, that'll be your. He's like, I have never died. He's like, that'll be your downfall, Jaguar.
Not open to new experiences, yeah.
And then they're both healing themselves. Rick with like half a pickle
he's
from a burger.
He's stapling a pickle to his chest.
And then Jaguar is there.
Yeah.
Fucking cauterizing the wound with grenade powder.
Yeah.
But what I love is the fact, actually what I hate is the fact that the Americans pronounce it Jaguar.
Jaguar, isn't it?
It's Jagu. What is it? How is it spelled?
Uar at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jaguar. Where's the WIRE for Jaguar?
Yeah. There's no I. There's no Y in there.
Fucking American.
Where'd you get the I? Anyway, no, that's enough for Pickle Rick because there isn't much else to say besides like funny moments.
Wait,
in there,
do I have infinite dollars?
Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, it's like just me. Yeesh. No, I love the bit where Mr. Goldenfold comes out of the therapist room.
You've been eating poop.
We've never eaten poop. I mean, me neither. I say, where my family guy up to?
I love that because he knows she does. What is it?
And family therapy or
something
whatever. Eating poo therapy or something.
I think it's called.
Right. Okay.
Eating poo.
Yeah.
Eproctophagia.
I say, where my family guy?
Because it says eproctophagia and family therapy specialist. I've watched this episode so many fucking times.
It's a good episode.
Just because the B plots, I like them better than Pickle Rick.
Oh god, yeah. No, Pickle Rick is fun though. It's good filler for the episode though because it's fun.
Episode 4.
This is an underrated one. Nobody likes Vindicators 3.
I did.
I fucking love this. This is one of my favourites of season 3.
Who the fuck is Noob Noob?
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. So my favourite bit of the whole episode. So let me just set this up for you. This is meant to be like a Guardians of the Galaxy ripoff. And there are these characters. There's one person called Mr. Crocubot. Now, I am telling this moment to the podcast. It is the funniest bit in the whole episode. Actually, there's lots of great bits. But anyway, this bit where they're basically in a saw-type contraption that Rick's made because he was drunk last night or whatever.
Dorian 5.
Yep.
My reptilian brain is certain of it.
Shut up, let me tell a story! So I'm the one who pointed this moment out to you when I watched this back in like 2019.
So happy.
Hold on, let me tell the story. So basically, he's like, there is this one. Let's see how much you know yourselves. What point in the whole universe was the most devastating for the Vindicators? And then Crocodile goes, oh, I know this. It has to be Dorian 5. There's no other explanation for it. My reptilian and robot mind is sure of it. He presses it. It goes off. No, let me tell. He presses
Tell
it.
them, not me.
He presses it, and he's like, he's figured it out. He turns to everyone and goes, look guys, I fixed it.
And he gets crushed by a plate. It's like this massive steel plate.
There's this tiny little inkling of a moment in that specific scene where Crocubot turns and he's so proud of himself that he's figured it out. And just a complete crescendo of emotion, like, oh, I'm so smart guys, I figured it, and then splat.
And then suddenly the best payoff.
I'm seeing more croc than butt here.
After that, the payoff, he's like, come on guys, I know we're all thinking about it. And then Morty's like, oh, this again?
Oh yeah.
And he's like, and then, what's her name? Supernova goes, what the hell is Israel?
Yeah.
Israel. But they weren't actually allowed to say the word Israel, by the way.
Yeah.
If you do that, apparently it's like a fucking... You can be done for anti-Semitism or something.
Okay.
So I think
Israel.
the mispronunciation
It
really
works.
helps as well to keep it an
works.
implicit joke.
It works. It does work. I also, what was I going to say? I love the bit where I've forgotten his name already. The Star-Lord type character. When he's like
The renegade Star Soldier. Yeah.
Yeah. When Rick is showed up on the screen as being the drunk nihilistic person, and then he's like this is ridiculous. How could you drink like this? And then Rick goes, what do you say? I thought you said you drank. It's like, yeah, cool, sexy drinking, not this trailer park shit. I need some air. I need to breathe. Oh yeah, and then Morty comes up and is like, take. Oh, it's Lance. Vance. That's it. He goes, take it easy. Like, do you think I'm going to listen to you? You're just the disabled kid we do photo ops with. And then he goes up, and then I need some space from this, and you just see him get brutally mad.
It's just triggering me, and then he flies up to a vent which
so
is laced
funny.
with like guns
Jesus.
and shit.
Yeah.
And Crocubot, his legs are left and they keep flying around, so Crocubot uses a rocket to just blow them up.
It just keeps
Right, next episode.
No. One last moment, I promise. No, it's not Noop. It's the bit where it's like you have 2 minutes to disarm this neutrino bomb. It's like, oh, okay, and then it goes, okay, you guys do some free pointers. I'll try and disarm this poorly designed neutrino bomb. And then Rick goes, Morty, how many have you done? Too many, Rick. Too many,
Rick. But what's funny is that's actually a reference to the pilot, because in the pilot, Rick says, I'm going to blow up the whole world, Morty. I hit a neutrino bomb and we're going to start it fresh. I like that. It was a very obscure reference.
Fucking brilliant. I love Vindicator 3. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it too much because not many people love it.
But the way that at the end of it, Rick thinks Noop was going to come on the thing, but because Rick got wasted and shat everywhere, they left Noop behind.
That's it.
But because he's the same size as Morty, when he at the last puzzle goes down, he thinks that he's saying goodbye and sending him off to Vindicators, but it's actually him saying goodbye to Noop. And he's like, motherfucker!
Yeah, so good. Alright, Whirly Dilly Conspiracy. I know I love this episode,
I think
and
this
we
is
both
my favourite
do.
episode of the series.
Me too.
I think
One of my favourites.
Besides the post-apocalypse one.
I don't want to talk too much about these because we're really running out of time.
Yeah.
So all I'll say is I'm rooting for a Jerry's Mind Blowers because Jerry is the funniest fucking character, and this episode shows how good an episode would be if we had more Rick and Jerry episodes.
I love the fact that Jerry grows a pair of balls in this episode.
Yes.
And he's determined to kill Rick, and then he suddenly figures out that he's not like Rick, and that he won't do that to him.
No, exactly. I love that too. I just love this episode as a whole because I'm a big fan of Jerry and how funny it is. But also, obviously, it's set in like a place where you can't die, and ironically, he nearly gets Rick killed. And I think that's it. Is there a B plot in this one? I forget. No, there's not, is there? Oh no, there is. The B plot is Summer and Morty back at home because Summer wants to grow her boobs because she lost her boyfriend or something.
Turns inside out.
Yeah,
that
was a good B plot as well.
But
I think it's a very good episode. It's a solid episode. Anyway, Rest and Rick Laxation.
Where they're split into
and the toxic people. I think it's another good episode. I love the open where they have like a big battle, and at the end they get awarded.
Yeah, 20-minute adventure, and then it turns out to be weeks.
3 months later or something, and they get back to the car after it's done, and they just start breaking down into tears.
Like the human side of Rick and Morty.
Yeah, that was really good. And obviously the rest of it is them getting rid of their toxic side of them, and then their toxic side eventually coming back into play. And I like the twist in it is that the toxicness is based on what they think is toxic. So what Rick left behind as being toxic is his love for Morty. That's what he thought was toxic, and that's a good twist at the end, is how they beat the bad side of them, right? I like that. Anyway, okay, we have the Ricklantis mix-up, which is the Evil Morty Citadel
Love it,
episode.
full stop.
It's really good. What can we say about it?
Because we had no idea if Evil Morty would return up until that point.
True. We just thought, I mean, he turned into the present. There aren't any funny moments to talk about because it isn't one of those episodes. It's just a very
serious
high concept.
No, there is funny parts. When, when the full Morty is from the school, one of the best lines is when they're in the forest and he's like, I bet it's a thing with boobies, and then he's like, what is it? He goes to Slick and he goes, that implant isn't who you are, Slick. And then he's like,
I thought I was left-handed.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. No, I want to say it. He goes to him and he's like, it's easy for you, Fat Morty. You've never been the downer.
I thought I was left-handed, Morty. We used to use
left-handed to eat more vegetables. That's the bit.
Funny.
It's the way he's like,
I love it where it's like,
I wasn't done. He's like, I hate to be the downer in everyone's, like, every situation. And he's like, I thought I was left-handed, Morty. It's like, you should use a left hand to eat more vegetables.
There you go, so good. And then one last funny moment is they're at the wishing portal. Is like, I choose my panini maker. I wish for 1,000,000 sandwiches. And yes, I see the irony. So good.
I also love the way that the guy's like, I wish incest porn had a more mainstream appeal for a friend of mine.
For a friend of mine. So
None of those wishes are going to come true. Like, that is so true.
Good.
Nothing changes here on the Citadel. You better be putting something mighty important down there. I hope so, but I doubt it. Slick, no!
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was such a fucking teenage drama.
Brilliant. That's probably the episode I've probably rewatched the most.
It's a Morty story, and it's a great one.
It's a great episode. The next
and
one...
then fucking Evil Morty taking over the Citadel.
Yeah. This is probably
sorry, can we just appreciate the shot of his campaign manager?
Yeah, revealing it was Evil Morty.
That
the whole
is
time.
One of the best shots because you hear
blew up the internet.
And we realised by the point that he's telling the speech.
We've
already realised. No, but when the is playing while Evil Morty's doing his speech about politics, brotherhood, blah blah blah.
Now is the time for action.
We already knew that he was evil. Yeah. We already knew he was Evil Morty from that because of the music and the fact that he's doing the speech.
But it's just slow reveal.
Then all the pictures come out and he's like, we've not only just realised that it was Evil Morty, we've realised that the campaign manager knew that, but the detective Rick knew that because he gave campaign manager Morty the picture. So how the fuck? Who is that Rick?
Yeah.
And how did he know?
I guess we'll never know because most of the Ricks on the Citadel have been purged, haven't they?
Unless, of course, it's our Rick gone back in time.
Ooh. Well, you know.
Anyway, moving on.
This is one of my favourite episodes of the whole show, this next one, Morty's Mind Blowers. I fucking love this episode.
What's your favourite mind blower?
So, I love all of them. I love the bit in the after credits scene where it's like, did you get Gooby home? No, you had Gooby, as if he was in your basket. He was in your car, and then they open the car and he's dead. Like, ooh, dibs on his stuff. I love all of them. I just love all of it. I love the bit where it's, was it called the whole enchilada? I think Rick called it. Where
enchilada.
Where it's like where they have like this religion where it's like, oh, if you get killed by it,
it's real. It was all real.
I blame you. It's so funny
because he wants to die.
I fucking love. I just love the idea of it. How memory. I just love the whole episode. I just love everything about it. It's so funny.
Next one.
I love the moon conspiracy part of it as well.
Conspiracy.
What else do I like? I love. You shouldn't take things for granted. Wait, what are you saying? For granted? It's for granted. You really thought it's a? Oh, jeez, Rick, are you some sort of like stupid rock person?
Blows your mind.
Yeah, it does. Do you want me to erase it? Wait, you can do that. Oh shit! That's so good.
All right, next one.
Sorry, I love Morty's Mind Blowers though. Episode 9 was
ABC's of Beth. I'm sad enough that I know that without it being written. It
was probably my least favourite of season 3.
Yeah, what I liked about it is the way that we get to see how much like Rick she is.
Yeah,
but I imagine
and it leads up to the clone Beth stuff later.
Yeah, he clones her. That's right. Okay, episode 10.
Actually, wait, funny moments real quick. I want to get through funny moments real quick. What's happening? Oh yeah, Jerry's B plot with the alien, his alien girlfriend.
What was her name?
I don't know. That was really fun. How it ended up being a rebound.
Yeah, and he's like, I know of Morty knows her species. He's like, Time Cholo, younglings, and then someone says, Hymen Cholo.
I forgot about that bit. That's so funny. Yeah, great episode.
She's a Grutabulon warrior princess.
And then we have Rick, Cheery and Morty Day. This one isn't a great finale, but it's a great episode. That's what I've always said.
The fact that Jerry is a closet
racist. Yeah, it's like that's a you problem, Dad. Don't bring us into it.
And the way that they make him admit it all, and he's like, "You said you were going to help me."
The B plot is better than the A plot. The B plot is that's it. Yeah. All right, so the finale isn't a great finale. The president episode, but it's a great episode. I fucking love it as an episode.
Sorry, one more thing about.
Oh, for God's sake! All right, yeah.
The incest babies and eating them. Oh.
The what? The incest baby. That's season 5, isn't it?
No.
Incest baby.
No. Well, yes, but no. Where he has to screw the animals to survive, and then they all have to screw each other.
Oh God! Oh fuck! No, I forgot about that bit. Ugh. Yeah, so the president episode.
Tommy, that was it.
I love the final episode of season 3, but it isn't a great finale. Not as good as Wedding Squanches or the one from
also
season
when the synopsis came out, everyone thought President was referring to President Morty.
Yeah, it was a bit of a tease, wasn't it?
Payoff.
Yeah,
I'm glad it wasn't. I'm glad we had to wait.
We got the great episode in season 5.
I also love how him and Rick fought, and I love the fact that whilst it was going on,
come on, get in there, Morty, get yourself.
It was all for Rick's ego.
Yep,
Morty said, "I told you several damn fucking times."
And also, it kind of puts a little quick button hook at the end for the clone Beth question mark stuff.
I told you I didn't want the damn selfie, and then the clone Beth thing. Where he's like, Beth, you're not a clone. I came here to kill Jerry.
Yeah, that was a good moment.
And he's like, this is happening infinite times across infinite timelines, including this.
Yep.
And he's like, yes.
As much as that was funny, yes.
No, he's like, not to say that objectively that means it's not funny.
All right, cool.
Why would I stay? I've become the lowest status member in my dumb family.
Lowest denominator in the family.
Because of the fart?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all we have to say about that episode. I do love the Minecraft in-joke there. Was like South Park did it years ago. They're quick or we're slow. Yeah. Whatever, I like that. Alright, season 4. Arguably the weakest of the show. I don't dislike it though. I think there are a lot of great episodes.
I think it was a plateau. I think it was as good as season 3 but not better.
Yeah, I feel like season 3 had higher highs.
I feel like
season 4 was more consistent.
Well, if this is season 2, season 3 went like that, and then season 4 was just...
No, season 2 was way better than season 3 for me. I think season 1 was here, season 2 was up here, season 3 was here, and then season 4 was just a bit below it.
See, I think it just consistently went up till season 4 where it plateaued.
Okay.
And then
I see what you mean. Okay.
Just went...
I think season 3 is slightly weaker than season 4, but yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, let's go on another fucking commercial break. See you in a sec.
Piss time! Whee!
I wonder what to look on the internet today. Oh, what's this video? 22 hot single girls in your area. Let's have a look.
Oh, I hate these stupid adverts.
Go ahead. Skip this ad. Okay. Go ahead. Skip this ad too. Okay, I will. Okay, wait, listen. You have heard of sarcasm, right? Boring. Oh my god, okay, look, stop skipping my ads. But you told me to! Listen here, stop skipping my ads or I'll kill your entire family. Oh god! Stop skipping my ads, you piece of shit. Okay, fine, what do you want from me? Okay, you're gonna listen and you're gonna listen good. Okay. Your country needs you to watch my podcast series. Why? Well, silly, it's because I have a bunch of guests featuring on different episodes where we talk about stuff and things. But why? Because I said so. Okay, fine. We talk about movies, games, lifestyle stuff, and even more things. Wowzer! That almost sounds completely like an absolute awesome train wreck of a podcast series. How often do the episodes come out? When it's done. Oh. Be sure to check out the ZT podcast on the ZT Variety channel on YouTube. Okay, cool. Is the ad done now? Can I skip? Can I watch my video? Oh, right, yeah, of course, yeah, go ahead, skip, before I change my mind. Did you think you escaped that easily? Use this time to make sure you're subscribed to my channel to keep up to date with the latest videos and or podcasts. Alright, so, where are we? Season 4.
We're at your house, dickhead.
Okay, rude much. Okay, so, Rick Die, Rick Pete is episode 1.
Oh, Rick Die, Rick Repeat, or something.
Rick Pete, yeah. Rick Die, Rick Pete, yeah. So, it's alright. It's alright, it's not the best though, is it? Considering it's an opener. Not as good as Rick Shankly Redemption and all that, so... Oh, I love the best bit about it is hey, ho, ho, not calling your grandpa's got to go.
And you, Berkeley.
Oh yeah, that's so good.
I also love the part in the episode where...
The crystal guides him as well, I like that whole...
I like that. I also like the part in the episode where, little...
Oh,
Sparrow!
Little
He says,
Sparrow!
I love you, little sparrow! He said,
I'll always remember our time in Peru.
In Peru. I will always remember our time in Peru, Your Honor.
So
that.
good.
And then he's like, she's like, I feel like this kid is not getting away with it. And then he comes out the thing and he makes all this noises.
As far as we're concerned, we've hit the reset button or whatever the news person goes.
As far as canon is concerned, the reset button's been hit. I think we're just about ready to forgive.
So good. That was an alright episode. The second one, probably one of the strongest of season 2. Season 2, season 4. It's the one. It's the toilet episode. It's so sad at the end when you realise that I don't know the guy's name, but the guy who steals Rick's toilet dies, and it's like Rick, like it actually affected Rick.
He was living his life to the full.
Yeah,
he was trying to be Rick's friend.
Yeah, and Rick, it actually affected Rick.
And I love the way that he goes to
the bit at the end
is
so sad.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, my wife's dead. I just wanted to have some pleasure again." And he goes to a parallel universe and he gets a version where he's not dead. She's not dead, and he goes, tell him what you just told me. And it's like, my wife went into remission 40 years ago. It's like, what else did you do this morning?
Oh, I found this really nice toilet.
And then he beats him out and throws it back in. It's like, don't use a dead wife as an excuse.
Yeah, that was really good. The B plot as well. Do you want to develop an app? The B plot is brilliant in that episode as well.
I find Glutey.
I fucking love it.
He's half amazing, half fucking annoying.
I love the bit at the end where they're being set free from Gloopy, and he goes, "No problem, goobity goobity goo," and he like skips away, and then Jerry goes,
"Did he ever do that?"
He's like, "Nope, first time he's done that."
Dad, this morning I was something and embarrassed to be your son.
Oh yeah, it's like, oh, there's no button. He's like, "Nope, that's it." It's so good. But that was a good episode. I also love the C plot, which is Beth chasing Summer around, who's using the app and keeps matching with different people.
I'm gonna mother your ass till you're 18.
Yeah. Oh, darn it, your face
and
up,
even
bitch.
even then, I'll keep doing it until I get arrested for unconsensual
mothering. Yeah, that's really good.
An ad wall? Yeah. Nope.
Yeah,
I love that. They all uninstalled it because the app.
Oh yeah, that's really good. That was episode 2.
Banger. Works.
Yeah. No, brilliant. Episode 3, One Crew of the Cuckoo's Morty. That's the heist episode, the Heistatron episode.
I wasn't a fan. I found it boring.
Oh really? I really liked it. I like
Funny,
the twists. And it's a bit like M. Aliens. It's like lots of twists everywhere, and
yeah, but they were twists for the sake of twists. They weren't twists for the sake
of
the story.
They brought Mr. Poopy Butthole back.
I did like that bit.
I also liked that they didn't linger on one concept of, we're at HeistCon, and now it's like they didn't waste time there. They killed off the annoying character and they just moved on, and it became the Heistatron being the bad guy for the rest of it. I like they didn't stick to one thing. They experimented with the concept of a heist more than just one corner of it, which I liked. I liked that a lot more.
I did like some of the jokes.
I liked they really used the concept of the episode to its fullest.
And also to take the piss.
Oh god, yeah, exactly. Claw and Hoarder.
I liked it. You didn't.
Dragon episode. No, I love how later in the season they reference, oh, do you remember when you want to do a dragon? You really hit that Game of Thrones fever right at the peak, Morty. It's like, oh, you little shit or whatever. I love that, how they reference how bad that episode was.
What I loved about it was that he's like, oh shit, you've got Future's self-titled album on vinyl. Look closer. Oh shit, he signed it. Closer.
Oh yeah.
He signed it in Molly and Percocet. damn, I could spend all night down here. And then he's also like, small soldiers' Pez dispensers, don't open that.
Jesus Christ.
I also love the way that they went off and got high and then soul bonded with each other. But then all the soul bonding and the sex and the... But I love the way he's like... what was it? They're like, whatever his name is, it is a high time that I emerge from my cocoon.
For fuck's sake. I think the thing is that
High priest,
the episode wasn't that good though. Oh, I love the B plot where Jerry's with this cat that can talk, and then at the end, Rick is like, oh, let's see. And then well, Rick sees what the cat does, and then just pukes everywhere or whatever. Like, my God.
He was in my home where I keep photos of my parents.
Yeah, that is great. What I will say though is I wish
that can make us forget. I don't think. No, we shouldn't forget. Someone needs to remember.
Someone will.
But what I loved about it was the fact that they went to fucking... Where did they go? LA or wherever.
Oh yeah. I think Vegas. I think it was
Vegas. That's it. They went to fucking Vegas. And
so also, I want to quickly say, I want to move on, but I want to quickly say
after credits scene.
Oh yeah. I want to quickly say though, I wish the episode had lots of untapped potential because Rick went to a place where his tech didn't work. I would have liked them to explore that more. Like, that was a really good idea.
Instead, they just made him the master of magic. I agree. That kind of
was
sucked.
A waste.
But I do like the way they took the piss out of magic, saying, Morty, don't pretend like it has any logic or anything. It's magic. Power of 12 feet!
Oh yeah! That is so good!
I love the wizard. He is my favourite character.
Very funny.
Oh, sorry, that's a total violation. You slut! You slutty dragon! Slutty slut!
That was quite funny.
Now, with the 4 fresh wet sluts, we can form this ultimate slut phoenix dragon.
Anyway.
Phoenix slut dragon.
Let's move on. So, Rattlestar Rick Lactica. Mwah!
Snake episode.
I love this one. It's Snake Jab. It's my jab. I love this episode so much. I feel like this is the perfect time travel episode. The bit that I love the most is the Jerry stuff. I love the Jerry stuff because it's like, I am the Jesus Christ of Christmas! And he's just hanging onto a plane at one point, and he's like, and he goes to these people playing. He goes to these people playing basketball, and it's like, and then they're like, oh, take race off the court, please. This is meant to be a safe neighborhood. And then Jerry goes, oh no, I just have this certain power, and I want to use it before I go. And he goes, we got a Nazi over here.
So it goes away. And he's like, no, just let me. And then the shoe falls off and he flies away.
No, don't touch the shoe. It should be a symbol of our neighborhood's integrity.
Yeah, a weird and confusing symbol of our neighborhood's integrity.
Good. I love that.
But I also love the way that the whole episode, the B plot of the whole episode is Jerry trying to find his independence and trying to basically say, "Fuck you, Rick. I can do it on my own and I won't die." You know.
Yeah, Grandpa made you floaty or whatever.
Yeah.
I love that.
And at the end, he actually succeeds. He's like, I was just putting lights up. She's like, so when I was screaming, help, help, and he's like, hey,
I couldn't hear you over the sound of my own screaming. We've talked about this. And he falls off the roof as well.
And he's like, I hit you like 50%. The rest is up to you.
Respect my brother. He's like, God, your dad sucks, Morty. It's so good. I love it. Also, I like how they openly reference this is about as much material you're going to get out of a time travel episode, they say at the end, because
Morty, one more thing, next time stay in the fucking car.
And that's it, because at the start they only get to the snake planet because it got bitten on the ankle. I love it. I love how they show the whole Terminator thing, and how, like, if you do something in the past it changes stuff, and now you're ruled by Nazis or whatever. Anyway, so the next one,
Mortius.
No, it's the one before. It's, what's this next one?
Mortius, that's what I just said.
No, it's not. This is the Story Train episode. You missed it.
Yeah.
Story Train. I love the Story Train episode.
I hated it. Well, I didn't hate it. I just found it, again, boring. It's in
the same way as Morty's Mind Blowers and Total Recall, where it's a bunch of different stories and in the whole thing. I love it. I do. The one thing I don't like is how it kind of gets wiped away from the canon when you realise it was all taking place on a toy train. Yeah. That's my one gripe of it. Everything else is brilliant. I love how it openly references the story structure that Dan Harmon uses when he writes these episodes.
His circle, his big...
And how breaking that formula causes nothing but chaos.
I do like that about it.
I love how well written this story is.
I
do
think
like
as
how
an episode it wasn't very engaging.
I loved it personally. I feel
but
like
at the same time, I agree with you that there are so many.
The tickets guy is cum gutters or whatever. That's really funny.
He's got those things.
If you start doing Rick and Morty vignettes, I'm gonna start shooting you or whatever.
Yeah,
at the start as well. But no, I love the story. I've obviously. You don't like it, but I do.
It's just I found it boring.
Written episode.
I found it boring purely because so many implicit references to, like you said, Dan Harmon's story structure, which, by the way, is a fan-fucking-tastic structure.
Oh god, yeah, and it works. Tried and tested
method, like a story triangle, but it's a circle.
Yeah. All right, so that's enough said on that. I feel like that it's a great episode, but it's like I said, it's inconsequential to the story because it is set on a toy train. Which
it's
is
a good episode.
One gripe with it.
It's a good episode for TV and film nerds like us.
It's a good bottle episode.
It's a good episode for TV and film nerds like us.
All right, so Prometheus, a fucking banger. It might be because it might be because I think we reference this one the most because of the whole 9/11 bit.
Oh yeah,
Parag!
Just Cause.
So fucking funny. I love this episode so much. I love the fact how it starts like, wait, why they got fake? I love how they tell the story backwards. They show the stuff of them on the face, and then they show how they got there with Summer's flashback. Alright, so Prometheus. Hello. Oh, sorry, you moved your head as that was... Okay, Prometheus. Brilliant episode. Not much else to say really. I love the bit how they destroy everything and then they go back home and they're having dinner with Jerry and Beth. It's like, so did Summer have a good time? It's like, Summer.
We forgot Summer.
Oh no! It's like no. It goes. It's like
yeah,
so.
She's
Summer. She's just sleeping. She's sleeping. I don't know what to say. Where the fuck is Summer or whatever? They like cut to them in the ship. So good.
She's just sleeping. She's sleeping.
So good. Anyway, that's enough of that because we love these episodes, but we have to rush through it because we're running out of time.
Sorry, but I love how the fucking the aliens were gay.
Oh yeah, the aliens.
How could you have known that? Everybody knew about Stephen Bruce.
Oh yeah.
Everybody knew about Stephen Bruce.
That was good. Alright, so Vat of Acid episode, the best episode of this season, and one of the best of the whole show, everyone agrees. I love the bit it was like, kiss the vat. Kiss it. Oh my god, so good. I love the whole opening sequence.
Look at the size of those bones.
But I love the bit that when Morty's like in this montage of like, it is in the way that you use, and it cuts to a whole life that he spends with this girl.
I forgot it was that episode.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Great. And then they all get a raise because Jerry thinks that his thing is the TV remote.
And he tries to go up to her and explain, and she pepper sprays him.
Yeah.
And he's like,
so funny.
Consequences make us who we are. And all that stuff.
Yeah. So. Brilliant. Yeah, brilliant episode.
You think I'd waste our home universe on a fucking lesson?
I like this universe though. It had all. I don't know what he said there, but that was a funny joke.
Someone was still alive there.
Oh yeah.
Jesus, Gamergate.
Wait, no, I'm acid proof. Kiss my ass. Take a good look. And he goes, and then later he's like,
do it, and then
yeah, that's so good. No, I love that one.
The bones rise to the top, just like in the
that was really fucking good. Really good episode.
Is that Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg? I don't want to talk about it.
All right, I think that's enough of that one.
She died, didn't she? Not long after. She died in 2020, I think. Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Oh shit, yeah.
I think. Notorious RGB.
Children of Mort. RPG. Children of Mort. I fucked a planet. What do you think, Jerry, or whatever?
Love that episode.
Brilliant episode as well. I love the Jerry plot where there's like this is camping. Well, I love the Jerry subplot. It's so funny.
Squeeb, because that's a funny in joke for us. Yep. He's like.
This is a different type of tent with a roof and pillars.
And gutters to funnel the rain.
This is a house! He breaks it!
Once you have a house, you have doors. Once you have doors, you have indoors. Once you have indoors, you won't want to camp anymore. Then why do they not camp? Because they're bad. Bad.
And then he literally fights Zeus. Yeah, he literally fights Zeus. And I like the Beth and Rick stuff that goes on.
I like the Beth and Jerry stuff. Where he's like, are you loving these plagues I'm unleashing on your people? Jerry, the fact that plague is on your side is not a good thing.
So good.
And then Rick he's like, he's like, no, Jerry, you had actual power. That was a divine staff, and that's what you did with it.
Yeah, so good.
Jaboom boom! Sorry, I'm sort of new to this. Jaboom boom!
So fucking funny.
Right.
No, I love it. Alright, now, next one.
Wait,
Star
getting
Wars.
high and playing video games.
Oh yeah,
As well.
I didn't like the C plot there.
Fair enough.
With Morty and stuff, I was a bit weak. Anyway, Star Wars Return of the Jerry. I love the title.
Finale.
Yeah, it was actually a really fun finale. It's very canon and very over serialized, to quote Rick there, but brilliant,
It was quite good.
brilliant episode. I love how it concludes the Clone Beth stuff.
And the Phoenix Person stuff.
Oh yeah, it starts this whole thing of getting Bird Person back, didn't it, in the next season? I think it's a great episode. I really enjoyed it. I feel like there's everything you need in the finale of Rick and Morty. You need some lore in the finale for it to be a bit satisfying, you know. So
Friendship is our belt. Working together is our belt.
yeah, I feel like the Morty and Summer stuff in the last 2 episodes, season 4, are a bit weak.
One the therapist. He's like, whiteless human life and the therapist.
Yeah, that was good.
And it's like everyone in my car.
No. Tammy, this is the place where my parents where my family come to have therapy. It's like, so it's a sacred place? No, it's a place that's lots of booby traps and a lot of key words that can get me out of it.
These are all really good points. I should
And
take
it
a long
shoots
look at myself.
lasers everywhere.
And fire
good.
at the therapist's chair.
That's brilliant.
But the way that he's like, everyone in my car, everyone in my family, Jesus walk, boundaries.
So
and then he
good.
flies off, she's like, I'm better than this job.
Yeah, that was a really good moment. Yeah,
Bit
I
of
think it's great.
self-therapy there. Hey, you made me go to a wedding.
Yeah. Oh, and you killed my best friend. I probably should have said that first.
Killing Tammy.
Yeah, I love that. Invisible Truck Man Jerry, it's a new franchise. So funny.
Invisible garbage truck Jerry.
Until he runs out of gas, and then it cuts to him not being able to put the gas hose in. So
I thought that
fun.
was a nice note to end the
Oh
series.
god, yeah, that was really
Not
fun.
as serious as season 3.
Oh god, yeah, but
Or season
well,
2.
I mean, at the end, like obviously Rick loses power over the hierarchy of the family even more. So I suppose there's that. But then obviously it reveals that he's kept Bird Person as like a robot or whatever in his garage and trying to fix him. So that's kind of good.
I'll give you more time.
Yeah, there you go. Alright, now, season 5. This is the season that we've watched most recently and the one we can talk about least because we're running out of time rapidly. Mort Dinner Rick Andre, which is obviously quoting the dinner party film. Anyway, obviously this is the Mr. Nimbus episode. Mr.
Nimbus!
He says that a lot. No, I love...
You said it twice.
Oh yeah,
3 times.
There are acid capsules in every one of your teeth. Use that information however you wish. It's such
Best
a good
line.
So funny.
I also love the way that he's like, he controls the police as well.
Oh yeah, and he actually does control the police. I feel like season 5 has a lot of the episodes feel the same, but they all tackle things quite differently.
I love the way Mr. Nimbus is like, if Diane was here, now don't you establish
That was canonical backstory with me,
son of a bitch.
Yeah, that was a good bit.
And the B plot of what's his name?
Morty. Oh yeah, he's trying to have a date with Jessica, and it goes horribly
what's
wrong.
his name? The guy in the portal. What's his fucking name?
I don't know his name. I don't know. But it's like a Narnia thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where time goes slower or faster in the portable. Which is great, and I love how technology advances in the space of like an hour for them. It's like 1,000 million years, and they go from like a sweet village into a giant fucking tech
Megatropolis, and then into robots.
Like a Tron ass fucking place. Yeah, great. I think it was really funny. And I like that. I wish we saw more of Jessica in season 5 after this episode.
The fact that she gets imprisoned and sees all time as well.
I feel like they should have done something with it. Maybe they're saving it for a later season. I hope they are.
She's like, we'll try again, Morty.
Yeah. Great episode though. I think it's a very strong premiere. One of the strongest premieres of the whole show, if you ask me. Also, Multiplicity, which is the decoy episode. I wish that the concept was explored better, like in the heist episode. Good idea.
Hoovie's world. That's what it is. Hoovie was his name.
Who?
The planet. Hoovie. And he's like, don't you dare say his name.
Oh yeah.
Hoovie. It was Hoovie's planet.
That's it.
That aged quicker.
Yeah, that's it. But no, I feel like the decoy concept could have been done a lot better. Because
Yeah, I found it.
I feel like there should have been a point in the episode where the decoys got wise and they were like, instead of the decoys fighting each other, let's team up and kill the real Rick and Morty. I feel like that would have been a way better place to take the episode rather than just it all ending with all the decoys killing each other.
But I love the post-credit scene. where Jerry, who preserved himself using the wood Jerry, who let his family die, his karma was that he used the stuff to preserve himself, and he then preserved himself for so long. He got eaten and all that stuff, and he ended up just a head. Yeah. And then it's played to Queens, Who Wants to Live Forever. And he's then in fucking Cowboys. Like, Cowboys? And then he's like, Christianity? Again? You went all the way back around? Why can't I die? This is the worst thing that's ever happened to anyone. That's so fucking dark.
Yeah, very dark.
Going around time over and over again.
I don't mind the decoy episode, though. I feel like it was an interesting idea. I just wish they... Because usually the show really does very well at exploring a concept like a heist or whatever, and really fleshing it out and going, okay, we've done this, now let's go to this other idea that we can do in the same episode. In this, they just stick with the same thing, which is something they point out in the Story Train episode. Is like, oh, here are all the vignettes. God, imagine if that was the whole episode. That's basically what this episode does. It sticks to one idea and runs with it. Anyway, a Rick Convenient More. That's the Planetina episode, which you love.
I love that episode.
It's a good one.
It's a Morty episode.
Not the best one.
But it sees him actually get some kind of relationship, which is all he's wanted with Jessica all these seasons, and Rick has been the main thing getting in the way.
Also, we're running out of battery
his adolescence. On the camera.
So we'll zip through
throughout
this.
his whole adolescence, Rick has just been there to tear him away from all his normal experiences. And then he finally gets lucky in a sense with Planetina, and then her kids, so to speak, fuck it up for him, and then he kills them all.
Yeah,
and
I think it was a great episode for Morty's development.
Yeah, because him and Planetina are together, but then suddenly it turns out she's not just an eco person. But
what I don't like is that the immediate follow-on from this episode is the sperm episode, where Morty is just a horny teenager again, which is a misstep for his character. If you have this episode afterwards, if the Planetina episode, if the Planetina episode happened after the sperm episode, it would have made much more sense because he was not a hormonal teenager after the Planetina episode, because it doesn't make sense to.
Sticky! Oh, Morty, I know you're not a wordsmith, but
I don't
God.
like Rick Dependent Spray. It's the stinkiest episode.
It creates the incest, baby.
That's a funny
where
part,
they use one of Summer's eggs to attract the sperms, not realising that it's Morty's sperms.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So
I wish I'd never seen it.
I don't like Rick Dependent Spray at all. It's a weak one. I don't like it. Immortican Graffiti. What is that one? Is that one?
I did like the.
Oh, this is
like
the one with the car.
Guy.
Yeah, this is the car.
I hope he was wearing my underwear.
Anyway, Immortican Graffiti. This is the one where Summer and Morty are trying to impress a new kid at school by taking him in Rick's car.
That's it.
Well, what I don't like is they set it up as like, oh, this is a Jerry and Rick episode, and they had Rick and Jerry in the garage about to do something, and it turned into a Beth episode again. It's like, oh, I want Jerry and Rick in an adventure. They did it so well in fucking Whirly Durly Conspiracy.
Anyway. I loved how they went off and had their adventure,
Hmm.
and the fucking car ended up with a transformer, and that's pretend to be one. But also the way that she was like, "Hey, car, remember me, Summer from Keep Summer Safe?"
Yeah, great.
All that stuff. That was quite good.
That was a decent episode, but nothing more. I think Rick and Morty's Thanksploitation Spectacular. That's the Thanksgiving one, where we have all the turkeys. That one's a great one.
That's hilarious.
I love that one. You can't go wrong with an episode with the president in there as well.
He's
great, brilliant.
I love the president. He is one of my favourite characters.
Also, we have the Gotron Jerry Sis. This is the Go-Gotron.
I wasn't a fan of the Gotron episode.
I hate that one. It's boring.
I liked him trading with the other.
Somehow, still not as good as the sperm episode, but I didn't like it. I mean, I like the idea of the whole vignette where it's like, and it was in that moment I really like a noir detective film.
And then
where
the
you have
fucking
the
space
narration.
incest baby comes back.
Yeah. I like how they pay that off, but it's like you could have done anything else with that, but you didn't. Not great though. And then we have the beautiful trifecta of episodes that saved season 5 for me.
The bird person.
The mind episode. Then we have the crow episode, and then the
the
evil Morty
Citadel.
episode. Bangers. All three of them, beautiful episodes. We'll go with them in order. So, bird person episode. Rick goes into bird person's mind, sees all the memories of him and stuff. You can't go wrong with a flashback episode like that. Yeah. So good, and he explores the memories of himself with a younger version of bird person's memory of himself, which is even better. That's our Vietnam. Your morals are wrong. So I love how they drop a absolute just lore bomb about you're living with adult version Beth of our dead daughter or whatever he says. And it's like, and they move on.
You're
from
one
it.
of those
they don't
creepy
linger
Ricks.
on it.
No, you're one of those creepy Ricks who lives with an adult version of our dead daughter.
Jesus Christ! That blew my mind when I watched it. I'm like, and I thought that because usually you get like one lore-heavy episode a season. I thought, okay, episode 8 is that lore-heavy season. I'm excited for these other 2 episodes that are going to be fun,
then we have
laid
the
back,
episode,
which is like, how does it end in a way where they break up?
Because what was great as well, also, is that with the Bird Person one, we got to see the Battle of Blood Ridge, which I've actually really wanted to see since he was like, Bird Person's big day was at Blood Ridge.
I feel like they did it justice as well.
I also love the fact that he's like, Bird Person's big day is at Blood Ridge. I also love the way he's like, hey guys, we're totally drunk and we just formed a band.
Boom.
You know when he gets really in there and squanches like a real nasty.
I love Squanchy. I want Squanchy to come back, please. But no.
I completely forgot what the name of that fucking band is, but it's teased throughout Rick and Morty.
Yeah, because you see it in the season 1 with the King Jellybean or whatever you've seen it. So then we have the Crow episode. Brilliant episode as well. Not as good as the 2 between it, but fucking brilliant all the same. I love it. Oh, my favourite bit is Jerry on the fucking floor as a puddle because Rick is out of the crows in the garage. And you see Jerry roll around the corner in a puddle, and then Rick goes, and he's like, "Help down here," and then Rick goes, "Jerry, what the fuck? Why are you a puddle?"
And it's because
so
Morty's trashing the room with not Kyle. What's his actual name?
I don't remember.
With Fuckface, and he's trashing the room. And he's like,
so
did you
good.
just fall in with a weird stranger that's helping you trash your grandpa's stuff?
Because I'll help, and he breaks one thing and it turns him into a puddle.
So Jerry.
Good. So
But he's like, why have you got 2 crows on a list with whatever it was?
Shit. So fucking
with whatever it was. I'm sentient shit.
It's so good. That's such a banger. Alright, okay, let's move on because we don't want to talk about that forever. And then the final episode, the Evil Morty finale, are fucking brilliant. I love it. I love how it starts with Rick being the Crow Rick or whatever, and then they drop that immediately to go to the Citadel.
Because Morty's motivation for going to the Citadel is that he aged himself so that Rick would think he'd been gone 40 years.
Emotionally manipulate him to come back.
And then it turns out he went to the Citadel to get aged, and then...
And so they aged him back or whatever.
And
we're going to break his age in 2 places, and that sounds incredibly violent. No, it's just a metaphor, Morty. Oh, be careful, it does actually break your body in 100 ways. You see him get melded together. So... Also, I love how...
I want to eat dinner with the Morty president.
So this episode also has a lot of bombs in there. So the first one is where Morty goes to Morty and gives him the memory of like, the Mortys have been cloned. And it's like, that's the revelation of the episode. But that was just the appetizer for what we learned about how Rick was the origin of the Citadel and how
where Evil Morty shows Morty how Mortys are made.
And we thought that was the big twist. Oh shit, that's the revelation at the end of the season. But no, that was just the appetizer.
Maybe
for the
we
main
can
course.
get some untainted fluid at the source, and then he's like, Morty, you want to know my whole backstory? Here's my fucking downloaded brain.
Do you want to jump the shark? Here's my crybaby backstory.
And then he's like, not now! And then
when he comes back off, he's like, dead wife? I'm like, yeah, no, everyone can shut the fuck up about it. He goes, that's great.
Can we just fucking talk about that flashback sequence?
Brilliant.
Where we
I love the bit at the end
earlier.
the most. I love the bit. Shut up. I just love the bit at the end where Evil Morty flies away because that gives me goosebumps every time.
We'll get to that, but me too. I love.
We don't want to talk too long because the battery is about to die.
Rick is sitting there in his 60s, still shooting the other Ricks. He's wasted his whole life
mulling over his dead wife. And
other than not his whole life because he did do the Squanchy and Bird Person stuff.
Oh god, but no.
He's still there at that point.
Still vengeful. Yeah, brilliant. But yeah, I'm just excited for season 6, man. I just want there to be stuff with Squanchy. I want the yellow portals now, because then we're not in the finite curve. Yeah. We're not in the finite curve anymore.
I think it's also just Evil Morty's style. I don't think it's just.
Oh no, I know that, but it's like
it's a way of signifying.
The yellow portals are used to travel throughout all universes, not just in the finite curve.
The way he reveals about the central finite curve, and also why
really
Rick is we were talking about why he's the smartest man in the universe. It's because he built a wall around infinity so that
he was the smartest man in the universe.
So that all the Ricks all the Ricks would be the smartest man in the universe, and everything outside the central finite curve, meaning obviously
the only people out there are people like Simple Rick, who we see in the Citadel episode and stuff like that.
And it was teased. They said
Brilliant.
40 iterations of the central finite curve,
There you go.
and all that stuff. But more importantly, he said he took all the infinite universes where he's the smartest and isolated it from all the ones where he's not. Because whilst there is still... the imagery in that episode was perfect, because it's a spiral that goes on forever that's separated from the other spirals that go on forever.
Exactly.
Because in mathematics, their infinities can be larger than each other.
Oh, God, yeah. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up there because the battery's about to die and Joe has to go home. So we're going to close off this podcast here. It's been a doozy. Watch Rick and Morty. It's a great show, and like I say, season 5 was off to a bad start. Besides the first episode, maybe Valentina. But these last 3 episodes single-handedly saved the entire season for me. Season 5 is just as good as any other season of the show.
And you know it's good because we just spent over an hour talking about it.
Yeah. Bye everyone. Hope you enjoyed.
Please
let us know what you think of the show, of our podcast, in the comments if you like. It's up to you.
Please rate, comment, subscribe. Let him know in the comments below what you want to see next, and don't forget.